What is happening, guys? Tuesday Live Show right now. According to Rolling.com, George Harrison of the late George Harrison's Beatles, that first of his 6 studio albums that George Harrison released between 1968 and 1976 on the Beatles album label was made available as newly remastered albums. Also, stay on top with the Rolling Stone theme. There's a guy on YouTube that's been doing like cover songs, but in 20 different ways. There's a dude named Anthony Vincent that did a Linkin Park cover. In the end, he did like 20 different ways. Check him out on YouTube. My God, he just blows me away. Face No More, when those hard rock groups, they announced, first time ever announced the first album in 15 years. That was crazy. ConsequenceSound.net. Did you guys know that System of a Down's Talk City album has turned 13 years old, and stay on top of System of a Down. Their from Serge Tankian has working on a newer album, his solo album, kind of like a dance electronic album. What in your mind is the best cover song ever? And that's, I would have to say, Pentatonics, with Lindsey Sterling doing Imagine Dragons Radioactive. Metallica. You guys didn't know a while back, Metallica performed live in Antarctica. Yes. And courtesy the Guinness World of Records, now they're in next year's Guinness World of Records for performing at Antarctica. Stay on top with George Harrison, like I said. Courtesy of Rolling Stone, there's a night celebration of music of George Harrison with appearances of Brian Wilson, The Strokes, The Flaming Lips, and Weird Al. Slipknot has revealed new masks for the video The Devil and I. Definitely, I've seen a snippet of the video. I guess there's Slipknot's new album. It's looking really good. Didn't watch last Thursday's NFL kickoff pregame. Soundgarden performed live at for this year's NFL pregame in Seattle. I got video footage of Soundgarden. Check it out. RFRoxer. One of my favorite groups has called their career. I'm talking about Chimara. Vocalist Mark Hunter released a statement after 15 years of full-blown riffs. It's very hard to announce the end of Chimara. Chimara was one of those alternative hard rock groups that I've listened to for quite some time now. They have called their career. Speaking of other groups that have came back from the unknown, Atreyu has as they begin them active for at least a 3-year hiatus, possibly a new album. Gene Simmons, for a guy who had a bit more controversy since the last time we heard from him of this depression and suicide comments, he made a statement in a recent interview. He said, "Rock is finally dead." Foo Fighters Dave Grohl released a statement said that, "Whoa, rock is not finally dead." Motley Crue, they're featured twice in today's Tuesday Live Show. Motley Crue frontman Vincent says only bands who have careers whining on the Eagles. Korn frontman Brian Hedlund, he said that Christians unfortunately have been given a bad rap. There's a guy that has a new book named Raymond Oscar Martorez has revealed the cover artwork for upcoming book and Justice for All. It's like artwork about all the heavy metal covers of Black Sabbath, Metallica, and Slayer. One of the all-time greatest drummers for Ozzy and Motley Crue. There's going to be a documentary about Randy Castillo. Lost ex-guitarist Chris Holmes said in a statement that lead singers are all jerks. You know, I don't really agree with that, but you know, most guitarists, they have say what's on their mind. Speaking of Motley Crue, I mentioned this to you guys during yesterday's Monday afternoon rock music headlines about Tommy Lee. He said he said during this statement that he's planning a project that will be something you heard or seen before. I said to you guys yesterday about Tommy Lee and Motley Crue that he plans to get hands on scoring a music film of sorts. Did you guys know that one of Eminem's songs has the longest words in one song? I'm talking about Eminem's single Rap God has over 1,560 words. He set the record for most words in one song, Rap God. Speaking of Korn, there are plans on putting out a more dirtier, heavier album coming out next year, and the more recent album, they kind of took a step back, because this was the first album with all members of Korn. As I mentioned about Foo Fighters / Gene Simmons, because Dave Grohl was responding to Gene Simmons' statement during Loudwire.com that Gene Simmons said that rock is finally dead, and Foo Fighters' Dave Grohl, as I mentioned, he said, "Well, rock is not finally dead." I never saw this coming, but I guess Pink and Dallas Green City kind of joined forces making music together. There's a new single out titled You and Me. Sing Evil, ever since the departure of Jared Weeks, they unveiled a new disc title track through Loudwire.com. And last but not least, In Flames, one of the bands I've been listening to for quite some time. Their new album, Siren Chimes, is available now. So, hope you guys enjoyed today's Tuesday Live Show right here on youtube.com/rfrocks. Let me know if you guys' thoughts. Comment section down below. youtube.com/rfrocks.